Hello, everybody. I'm sitting here talking to myself and realised that it hadn't actually clicked through. So, yes, I'm a bit dumb sometimes, I suppose. But welcome to all of you, and I hope everybody's keeping warm. I don't know about you, but it was a beautiful day, but tonight seems to be colder. So now don't forget, let me have your names for healing. Any questions? I will be doing some readings a little bit later on. But I just wanted to cover a few things. Yeah, don't forget your questions as well, because I love to ask or answer questions. So if you've got any, please let me know. There's so many people sick at the moment, aren't there? It's just really horrible. Or they're having operations, or, it just seems to be one thing after another that we're hearing. And I find that such a shame. So my little healing book, which is here, has come in lots of use this week because lots of people are sending me the names of people. I've also created a post on Facebook where we can just add names in, and lots of people are posting names, but also lots of people are sending healing as well. So let's make this a global thing. Let's make it a bigger thing than just me and my, although it's big enough, me and my book, which is quite powerful. But I know it's important that if we can all connect, let me know who's out there, by the way, just say hello and where you're from. But let's see, how many people we can help ourselves this week. Somebody said to me tonight, a kindness is such a small thing to do. And I absolutely agree. You don't have to do something massive. Oh, hi, Robert. Lovely to see you. But you don't have to do something massive for it to be important to somebody. So, the littlest things are very important. Now, I've said to you before, I've been very discerning recently with friendships, because people that you sometimes think are friends. Hi, Donna, lovely to see you. Yep, some people who you think are friends actually are not, and they cause you more pain and hurt than you realize. And to be quite honest, we don't deserve that. So I'm being extremely ruthless and just going, no, off you go. But I found this. I have found this. It was on my shelf and it's been there forever. A lovely friend gave it to me, and it's a little thing that says about friends, a plaque. And it says, a friend is someone that knows the song that plays in your heart and can sing the melody to you when you forget it. And I thought that was absolutely gorgeous, but so true. And true friends are the ones you can count on, the ones who are not going to stab you in the back or cause you any pain and hurt. So let's value our friends and friendships, and also the kindnesses that we do for people, but also, those kindnesses that we do for others. It's also important to do those kindnesses for yourself as well. And I've said this time and time again. When we think of the self, people think that's being selfish, but it isn't at all. If we think of the self, then that's an important thing, as a lot of people don't realize that thinking of the self is not a selfish act. Who's going to think about the self if not the self? So let's try and remember that we need to look after ourselves, because we've got a very big part to play in this world. I like people to do this. Look at your life, and what has happened in your life that has changed things around you. I know mine has, and it is amazing, because I never in a million years thought that I would be a medium. And then when you look at all the incredible work that you do for so many people, and then the comments and the compliments that you get afterwards, not that you're looking for that, but at least you know that you're doing the right thing. Hi, Nat, how are you? Nat, I need to call you, and I will do that this week. I'm so sorry, but it's funny, I was just going to go on to say, I was feeling a little bit under the weather myself today, and then also a little flat. And I thought, why am I feeling flat? Because I'm normally really, upbeat. But I haven't actually, when I got back from the UK, my feet have not touched the ground. So it's been on the go, on the go, on the go. So welcome to all of you. Make a comment, put a name for healing, give me a question. And So Robert's just said, I remember reading this in a world where you can be anything, be kind. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Absolutely, absolutely. And those kindnesses, it's like you're giving out, and then your aura, your energy field grows. And I think that is extremely important. The more we do, the better we become. And then it's like a circle. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's see if we can do as much as we can. And remember, the people who really need help are the ones who don't ask for help. So, reach out a hand to those who, oh, that's my phone. I should have switched that off, sorry. But reach out to those. Oh, it's telling me I'm live tonight. I love it. But reach out to those that that have been sick, that have lost a loved one, that have lost a business, that, there's so many different ways that you can have loss and that it affects our lives. And I think we just need to reach out to others in any way that we possibly can. And even if somebody's sick and they don't feel like cooking, bake them a dinner or make them a soup and take them containers of soup around or something like that. I don't know. It's just good to do that. Anyway, so yes, I wasn't feeling 100%, and I went and somebody told me this morning I need to ground myself on the sand or the earth. So I went and sat on the beach with no shoes on. It was freezing, 9 o'clock this morning, but there was a glorious sunshine, and it made me feel stronger. And I'd been putting off making a phone call, which was not a very good phone call, or it wouldn't have been a very easy phone call for me, but I did it. And I was doing it with my feet in the sand, watching the ocean and feeling the sun on my back. And I think that really helped me to deal with what I had to deal with. So think about what you have to deal with and how you're going to deal with it, and what is the best way for you. So yes, of course, Charm, I can put your mum-in-law and your sister in my book. Definitely, it's in there. And Jan, yeah, they're in. So please excuse me coughing and spluttering. I didn't think I'd be able to do tonight, but I didn't want to cancel because I hate cancelling. And Sandy, yes, definitely, Donna. I've got you in my healing book as well, Donna, because I know that that's important too. And you're somebody that doesn't always reach out for help and healing when you need it, Donna. So I suddenly thought that today, and I thought I'll put your name in the book. So, go and have a look on my Facebook page, and there is, can you put healing for James and there was another name that I put in there as well. And then, further down, I put some more names, but I also said, put your own name in, because if you need healing, then you need to be asking for it as well. And remember, it's not a selfish thing to ask for healing for yourself. It is a very, very important, because you are important. So make sure you do that asking. Okay, so who was that? That was Stephanie. And your grandmother, definitely. Grandmother. Okay, so I've been doing, oh my gosh, I haven't stopped really. Rob. Oh, hi Rob, how are you? I bet you haven't been playing golf, it's so cold. But I've been doing lots of readings and lots of, I've done a show and a house party last week as well. And the house parties are great because you have, I don't know, minimum of 10 people. And I think I had 16 people. So it was pretty full on. And everybody gets a reading, which is great. And, I watch, yeah, I know you do, Donna. So you need to remember to think of yourself. It's a good job other people think about you. But I watch the crowd in the hall and also at the house party, and you're sitting there and you just go in and go in and go in, and you think, oh my gosh, the energy, what am I doing here? There's no response. And then I realized that the reason that there's no response is because everybody's glued to what I'm saying. And then when I finished, they said, you haven't stopped talking for 2 3/4 hours, and it was bang 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 bang, and they said it was fantastic. And I thought, whew, I'm really grateful for that, because I don't see that when I'm doing the work because I'm just so busy. Hello, Rosemary. How are you? I'm on to promoting my Adelaide work. By the way, I've got that on my list to start working on. So we will do that, and I'll give you a call and talk to you about it as well. But yeah, so please remember, ask for yourself as well as anybody else. And oh yes, I was saying about my shows and not realizing that people's responses I didn't get until the very end, and then it's well, that's good. At least they enjoyed what they saw. But some of the readings have been amazing. There was a great one. I did a card reading because I got to the end, and I thought my energies were a little bit low, so I used the cards to help me. Chaley, I'm very good, thank you. Nice to see you too. This card was very dark and secretive, and I'd already worked out that this lady was an author because I'd seen lots and lots and lots of writing. And I said, I see books. And she said, yeah, I've published 5. And I said, but I've got this picture here. And I said, it's really, really secretive and dark. And I said, you must write under a pseudonym or a pen name that's not using your real name. And she said, absolutely, I do. Because she said, I didn't want people to know that I was writing books and that these books were my books. So so that was quite interesting. There was a few things like that, you know, it's not until you get the feedback from your recipient that you realize how vital and important that little tiny bit of information is. And it's just gorgeous when you do give something and the people go, oh, how did you know that? And it makes me jump out of my skin. Anyway, but that's what's been happening. And of course, that happened in the UK as well. So looking forward to next year going back to work with Jenny. So in the readings that I did the other night, there was talk of totem animals. And thank you, Donna. I didn't do it during the time away because of the fact that, of course, I forgot that it would be Tuesday morning, and every Tuesday morning I was in transit, so it just didn't work. Francesca's in the book, and Nicole and Layla, all in. All in. Okay, so we were talking about totem animals, and I love totem animals. Mine is, you're very welcome, Donna. Mine is an eagle and a bear. And it's really funny because I used to do a meditation years and years ago, and I'd be sitting on top of a mountain, and I had a native Indian sitting by the side of me. And I need to write that down because that's another thing. Natives sitting next to me. Okay, all right. So there was an eagle too. Well done. So I would be sitting with this Native American, and we had some sort of skin blanket wrapped around us, and it was just beautiful because it was freezing cold up there, but it was crisp sunny day and it was lovely. I don't know what the season is when I go up there, but anyway, it's beautiful. And then I'm looking up at the sky and I can see the clouds and I see the eagle flying and I become the eagle. And it's really interesting because I just become this bird. Hello, Angela. And I'm then looking down on the earth and I can see so crystal clearly every teeny weeny thing, the ants, the mice, the rats, the foxes, everything. And it is just incredible to have that what they call it, bird's eye view of the landscape. And then partway through the meditation, I used to get that I saw a bear, and it was a big brown bear. And then I would be the bear, and I had this huge claws and huge arms and huge body. And it gave me such strength. So when I think about it, excuse me, the bird had given me a different perspective on things. and the bear had given me the strength and the courage to get through everything. And you know what? I've only just realized that after all these years, and that's interesting. But it is really lovely to think of, and I'll just read what it says about the eagle. And so this book is Dr. Stephen Farmer. I know Scott Alexander King has got a book on totem animals. I need to get it because his writing is incredible. I'll have to ask him. So the eagle, it says that there's an opportunity that you're considering, and it would be best if you take advantage of it soon. There will be new beginnings in a positive direction following a recent period of strife, one in which you gained a great deal of stamina and resilience. Detach and rise above mundane so you're able to see your life circumstances with a broader perspective and a greater vision. I think that's really lovely. It's important. Oh, this is an important time to communicate with the divine for creative inspiration. So heed any guidance that you receive. Whatever you put out, positive or negative, will now return to you in some form more quickly than ever. So I really like that one. And the other one was the bear. Let me have a look at what the bear says. And if any of you have got an animal that you feel is your totem animal, let me know, and I can have a look and see what it says. So the brown grizzly bear. So it says, stay grounded no matter what. It's time to bring your dreams and plans to fruition. It's important to trust your instincts. Enough hiding. It's time to come out and meet the world. Oh, that's a bit scary. Don't just wait for something to happen. Take action now, which is what I said. It gave me the strength and the courage to move forward, to take action and to do things, which I think is a lovely thing. It also says to set clear boundaries and don't compromise, even if pressured. I need to see lots of I need to see lots of bears at the moment because my boundaries are all over the place. Ask if you want, whether or not you feel you'll get it. So, okay. And you know what? When we ask spirit for things, it's interesting because we may think, oh, I'm not going to get that. But you'll get it in ways that you just don't realize. So, okay. So get going on that creative project you have in mind. Take some time out from your usual routines and spend time in solitude. You may be in need of physical or emotional healing. All great things, aren't they? So let's have a look what we've got. Elephants. Oh, Natty Cat. I love elephants. Elephants used to be in my dreams all the time. Always saw them. And I saw the elephant eyes. They'd float in front of my face. Make it a point to be of service in some way to the young, elderly, or those less fortunate. That's exactly what you do, Nat. Do not let anything stand in the way of attaining this goal that is so integral to your purpose. You have the determination and persistence required to overcome the current challenges that you're faced with. Trust your senses. And if something in your life smells bad, take the necessary action to do away with it. And remain loyal to those closest to you. I love that. Hello, Eva from Sweden. Oh, you must have beautiful spring weather at the moment. Angela had a beautiful encounter with a white cockatoo last week and been wondering what it meant. So let's have a look. Cockatoo. I'm going to learn to spell these things. Cockatoo. A white cockatoo. You've just about completed these difficult changes and are about to launch a new beginning. Be as clear and concise in your communication as possible. So make sure that you put out there exactly what you want. I think that's extremely important. And that was Angela. So beautiful. And you have a kookaburra. Oh, do you know, I can never spell kookaburra or spell it wrong and then I can't find it. G-H-I-J-K. Kookaburra. To manifest your dreams, stay centered, maintain your focus and determination, and let nothing distract you. Be compassionate, and yet don't be fooled by anyone who acts casual and light-hearted when you sense that they're covering up some other unpleasant feelings. And that fits in with what I was saying earlier on, having the strength and the courage to step away from people that you don't need in your life, that don't figure in your life, that don't suit you anymore. And you just have to be very, very determined. Yeah, that is exactly you. Oh, morning, Ian. And that's all right. You're probably off doing bowling or something. A raven. Oh, Donna, a raven landed on the bonnet of your car. How cool is that? A raven. And it says also to look at crow. Magic is in the air. And something special is about to happen. I don't know what's the matter with my eyes tonight. I can't see. Pay attention to dreams and visions, especially colorful and powerful ones, as these are indicative of prophecy. If any undertaking or in any undertaking or in any relationship, be very clear as to what your intentions are, because whatever they are, that's what will manifest. You're gradually shape-shifting to a more confident, powerful, and spiritually based you. Oh, Donna, get you. A vision in blue. Thank you so much, Robert. I put something on that I felt warm in it, and it is nice and warm and thick, but the color always makes me feel very warm. Yeah, Angela. So pay attention to that. It's important. And a black swan. Let's have a look at swan. Talking about dreams, I had a dream last night that I was on a treasure hunt with my little granddaughters, and we were in this very old higgledy-piggledy house following silver arrows saying this way, and I never got to the end because I woke up before I saw it, and I was anyway. It was quite exciting because we were going in and out of bushes, but they was in the house. It was very, very odd. Okay, so squirrel, swallow, swan, a black swan. Let's see what it says about a block. No, it doesn't say black swan. Okay. No matter what is happening in your life, do whatever it takes to keep your faith strong. And sometimes that's really hard for us all. So it's important right now to accept your life circumstances and surrender to the will of spirit, trusting that all will work out. So you'll soon find clarity and purpose in the confusion that you're experiencing. Focus on the fact that life is a precious and sacred gift, and express your gratitude and appreciation in as many ways as possible. Whatever changes you're going through, go with the flow. And I love the swan because you look at them, they look so calm and graceful and gentle. And underneath in the water, they're going like this, they're going like the clappers. So, and I think sometimes, maybe you're doing that with yourself, Helen. People see you as this calm and focused person, but they don't realize that you're really backpedaling underneath everything. A brown owl. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. Summer in Sweden with sunshine and bathe in the lake. Oh, you lucky devil. Bathe in the lakes. So what was that? An owl. Let me see if I can find it. I just love all these things when you get them. And when you say snake, you dream of snakes. Everybody goes, oh, that's horrible. But snakes are very, very important. MNOP. Snakes are about new beginnings, transition, letting go of old things. So the owl is meditate in silence and in darkness for a few minutes each evening in the next few days and see what is revealed to you. Be alert to any deception on the part of others, whether they're aware of it or not, and look closely behind any guises that they may wear. This is particularly right period to tap into the fount of intuitive wisdom that's available to you. Quietly observe your environment, watching and listening for signs and omens that will give you answers to any questions you may have. It was funny because a lovely friend of mine was talking to me about a trip that she's just recently done to Uluru, and she said they were waiting for the coach to pick them up in the morning, and it was pitch black. And all of a sudden, this bird flew into her face. And she said you could see the feathers and you could see white in the feathers. But her mum saw it as well. And she wasn't sure if it was real or if it was, a vision. But her mum said it was a white owl, which I said that was pretty special that happens. Our magpies are gorgeous. They really are gorgeous. I just love them. They're very musical. They're very pretty. They're very clever. Let's have a look what it says about the magpie, and then I'll get on and do something else. Act on any and all opportunities that present themselves to you without hesitation. That fits in with the other animal I think you were talking about, Helen. So you need to pay attention to the signs or omens, as they will serve to guide you, whether they're visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. I can never say that word, kinesthetic. Oh dear, excuse me. My box of tissues has disappeared. Would you believe it? Oh, well, never mind. Yes, so pay attention to everything that goes on around you, and listen and learn, take on board, and please remember to put tissues out when you need them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm a bit snuffly and sneezy today. So my new book is coming. I just got it all out yesterday, and I've gone through it and made sure that I haven't doubled up on anything. So I've now got to read it all, and then I've got to Gesundheit. Oh, bless you, Ian. Yes, so I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and my plan is to try and get it done by December. I think I said that last year, but I didn't have the time or the energy. I think there was a lot going on last year. So number 2 is coming out, and then I've already this week, this is why I've got to get on with that book, is Spirit's given me a topic for a new book, and I'm very, very excited about that one. So okay, so and talking about earlier on about people who are unwell, I've got this fantastic book that somebody recommended to me, and it's the body is the barometer of the soul. So be your own doctor. And it's by a lady called Annette Noontil, and you just look up the things that are going on with you. And at the back, I should have looked at this myself today, seeing as I've got some issues with my legs for some reason or other. Yes. So in each, right at the back of the book, it tells you the ailments that can be associated with different chakras, and it can tell you, how to repair and put things right, and things like that, and how to change things around you. I've actually used this in the past, but I haven't recently. That's a bit silly. So I'm going to have a look at this and find out what's going on with me at the moment. Oh dear. But I was with 3 little girls last week who were very, very sick. One had really terrible tonsillitis. The other one got tonsillitis afterwards, and the other one, the youngest one, had the most rotten cold. So yeah, I think it's the weather, but everybody seems to be dropping like flies with something. Vanessa, hello. My lovely friend Jenny Doherty. I speak about you every day, I must drive people mad, but yes, thank you, Robert. That's really nice. I'll let you know when it's out. I hope you're having warmer weather than we're having here. Oh, Donna, you've got the book. Yeah, we all do this. We buy these books and put them on our bookshelves, and then we forget we got them. So, and the other book that I pulled out tonight was by Mitch Albom, and it's The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. This was a very interesting book for me because it says here, on his 83rd birthday, Eddie, a lonely war veteran, dies in a tragic accident trying to save a little girl from a falling cart. With his final breath, he feels two small hands in his, and then nothing. He awakens in the afterlife when he learns that heaven is not a lush Garden of Eden, but a place where your earthly life is explained to you by 5 people who are in it. These people may have been loved ones or distant strangers, yet each of them changed your path forever. And honestly, it's a you can't put it down book, but it's also a tearjerker. It really is lovely. I think that's actually a film as well, so you could probably get that on Netflix or something like that. So anyway, you need to go and have a look at the books that are in your yes, it was made into a book, yes. And Donna, I'm on the proper list, but yes, I've got to be very careful what I suggest to my daughter for her children. We've got them slowly going on different things, but yeah, you know, today I made myself a smoothie, and in it was a great big chunk of ginger, a whole lemon, blueberries, and then celery and spinach and yogurt. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely gorgeous. And people go, ugh, when you talk about smoothies and that sort of thing, but it is really good to do those sorts of things. So may I have the name of the last book, please? The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Is that the one you meant? 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Up the proper list for you then. Okay, thank you. I will do exactly that. I've got a big jar of it. Anyway, so would you like me to do a couple of readings? I didn't want to do a full hour of readings because of the fact that I'll probably collapse in a heap. But anyway, so remember, friends are important. Friendships are important. And I've said this before, if you've got people in your life that are causing you any angst at all, get rid of them. Now that sounds really horrible and cruel, but good, Jenny Doherty. I'm really glad you've had your smoothie this morning. I'm not going to tell you what Jenny says about me making her eat her smoothies or drink her smoothies, but they work, and she's lost over 1.5 stone. It's probably 1.75 stone, 2 stone now. So remember that you've if you've got people in your life that are causing you problems, just walk away from them. I've done that with family and friends because it just causes so much pain. And is it worth it? And my answer to that is no. We've got a lot going on in our lives anyway. Do we have to deal with all the rubbish that people put in our lives? Okay, so let's have a little look. I would be beyond grateful for a reading. Okay, I'll work my way through them and see. And I'm going to use the cards tonight because I'm not feeling 100%. I talk so much that my tea goes cold, and I cannot stand cold tea. I'm going to blame you lot. Okay, so let me just see where we're going to go. I'm going to write the names down so I know. That's an unusual way to spell Vanessa, isn't it? A Vanessa as opposed to Vanessa. Helen and Chaley and Robert. Anybody else, let me know and I'll do my best. Hello, Mandy. How are you? I hope you're okay down there in cold old Wangaratta. I was talking about that place yesterday. I remember this time of the year and it being -2 and lighting a great big log fire because it was that cold. Anyway, Stephanie, that's probably it, I would think. But anyway, my mum couldn't spell Italian being her first language. I absolutely love that. So there's a story behind your name. Actually, I've got a story behind my name as well. So my mum was going to call me Ruth Valerie, and Ruth is the name of my aunt, who is my godmother. And so I was out in the pram just after I was born, so it was March time, I suppose, and mum hadn't had me christened by that time. And the milkman came along and said, "Oh, what a gorgeous baby!" And he said, "What have you called her?" So mum said, "Oh, Ruth Valerie." And he said, "Oh my God, don't land her with a name like that." So she changed it around to Valerie Ruth, which is, I think, is really funny. So I used to think I belonged to the milkman and not my dad. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, my nose is really annoying me, but I can't do anything about it, which is so silly. Let me see. Just here. I usually carry them in my box of tricks. No. I went teaching the other night, so I take my box of tissues with me, and when I do a show, I do that as well. So let's go with Vanessa first. Oh no, that's interesting because I actually pulled these cards myself earlier on, and the first card I picked up was, and it's a new deck of cards that I've got. And this is the Ace of Water, and it's a very pretty little card. Oh, you can't see it there. You probably can't see it there. That's better. And it says emotions, relationships, and intuition. So I would say, Vanessa, that you've got a fair bit going on with your emotional stuff at the moment, and you need to actually, you do need to tune into spirit. You need to be listening to the answers that they're giving you. Ernie, my dad, yes, the fastest. Ernie, he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let me see. Sorry, getting distracted by my lovely friend Jenny. So what I want to say is sometimes, Vanessa, you feel very much like a child, so very much like you're doing things new or for the first time, or you're very unsure of things. Let me know if this rings right, please, because I think that's important. But I see that the fact that you've got this protectiveness around you, so your emotionships. Sorry, that was a mixture of two words. Your emotions are a bit all over the place at the moment. Relationships are being affected by that, and your intuition is also being affected by that. So what you need to do, I feel, is tune into your loved ones in the spirit world and ask them, first of all, to close in around you, and ask them to help you, and ask them to show you that they're there. So I feel that your mum is in spirit, Vanessa, and if it's not mum, it's a very motherly lady, but I do feel mum, and I need to ask her to give you that help and guidance. And I know that the energy I'm picking up from her is very 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 huggy feely sort of thing. But I know that she was not okay, even though she's huggy and feely, she's a lady. Okay, all right, as long as you understand. But she was very motherly to you. I know that, I've got that. But she's somebody. Sometimes she could be a woman of a few words, but then other times she could be really full of energy and full of life. So you need to be speaking to her. I get pearls with her for some reason, like a string of pearls, whether they were real ones or not, I don't know. Everybody thought you were her daughter. Good. Okay, so she's got a beautiful energy, and she says to say to you, allow your emotions to settle, and listen to what I said about relationships. They don't need to be around you. So you need to be filtering through people, and then paying more attention to your intuition, which I think is extremely important. I hope that helps you and makes sense to you, Vanessa. Oh, look at that. I've magically found a tissue. Okay. So next one on my list is, oh, what does that say? Hang on. I can't even read my own writing. Helen. Right. Okay. So we've got Helen. And I'm going to go with another card. And the one I've picked up for you, Helen, is the wise counselor. I get the feeling actually that you are somebody that needs a bit of counseling around you at the moment, but also you are the person of the wise words. So you know what to say to people, you know how to unravel things. I would say that you'd make an incredibly good counselor, because you just listen, you take on board, and then you pass on the incredible messages from the spirit world. But there's many layers to you as well. There's also been lots of hurt with you, but you do cover that up extremely well. So it says here, belonging, learning, and traditions. you very much belong in this world, by the way. Sometimes I know you felt that you haven't. The number 5 is important to you because that 5 is on this card and they just drew me to that. You're always learning and passing on your knowledge as well. And for you, traditions are extremely important too. So there's something about people wanting to understand the traditions of your past and your past people. But I also I don't think it's a trumpet, but to me it looks like a trumpet. I want to say you need to be blowing your own trumpet. There's a gorgeous gentleman around you. I do feel that he would have had issues around the chest before he passed, but he stands by the side of you, giving you the strength and the support you need. But there's lots of incredible work for you to do, Helen. So please take that on board. Donna. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, the 6 of Fire. This is a great card for you. Now, I know you don't feel very much like this at the moment, but you are a leader. You're somebody that takes the initiative. You're somebody that helps others. And I feel that, okay, so it says success, recognition, and self-esteem. Your self-esteem is very low at the moment. And I do know that because you've just lost your lovely man and Michael. And it's really funny because he was around me today, funnily enough, and I didn't understand why he was around me. Anyway, so he's popped in tonight. He says to say to you that you, and it's really weird because it's almost like she's standing in a frame that she's building. And he says to say to you, you're building your life in a much stronger way than you ever thought you could do. He said, I know that sometimes you feel that, you know, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, and all those sorts of things. But he says to say to you, stay strong. I will never not be by your side. I will always be there helping you. So when some of the pieces that you're looking at don't seem to fit together, just ask Michael and let him put them together for you. But he's extremely so this is the 6 of Fire, and he's actually saying that, you know, you're holding this thing in your hand. It looks like a I thought it was a broom, but it isn't. It's a torch, and you're lighting the way for yourself and for others. But he says you are on fire at the moment. So just know that he's there with you. And I know that sounds like I'm going to say a bit of a cliche because you know more than a lot of people, Donna. But, you know, I also want to say that in the background on this pictures, there's lots of green hills. And he says to say to you, the grass is not always greener on the other side. But he said, your grass is very green at the moment with what you are doing. So you are putting the pieces together and they're all fitting together very, very nicely. So please take his love, Donna, and know that he is absolutely by the side of you. Okay, so Chailey, let's go with that one. Ooh, that's that one. Okay, so this is the Page of Fire. I feel as if you've got an incredible project that's about to materialize at the moment. Chailey, let me know if this makes sense to you, and Donna as well, please. Now she's holding, I'll see if I can show you that beautiful picture. So she's holding a light, but it's really weird because she's holding it to the side and the light is over her solar plexus. So for me, it says here, creative, enthusiastic, and motivated, but you're actually doing that for everybody. Hi, Luke, lovely to see you. So you're bringing the motivation and the enthusiasm for so many people around you, but you're not seeing that. Okay, Chailey, please listen to what I'm saying because I know what I'm talking about. You also have all the answers right here. Your solar plexus is absolutely on fire, and you are I'm going to say enthusiastic. I feel a new project. I said that, but I feel a new project, and it feels really quite. So if I say to you that you feel as if you've been, you couldn't find the wood for the trees because you were bogged down by everything, and I want to say you've actually come out of the clearing. Your loved ones in spirit are making sure that that clearing stays clear, and helping you. I love the fact that she's got a pink dress on here. So you're very much of the heart. You very much make people feel really good and special around you. But don't forget that even though you're doing the creative, enthusiastic, and motivated for other people, do it for yourself as well, because I think that is extremely important. There's a beautiful grandmother that steps in with you as well, and I feel as if I've got her standing there holding that rod with you, and then she's also bathing in that lovely light that's sitting over your solar plexus. She feels a very kind lady. She's somebody that family was very important. So you're feeling a little bit lost and isolated at the moment. But remember what I said at the beginning, it is there for you. So that creativity. So let me leave that one there for you. Robert, 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 Robert. And this is Robert up in Katoomba. That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Donna. Okay, so we got the Empress. Now that's an interesting one for you, Robert, considering who you are, and what you do. And she's nurturing in this card. She's nurturing a little baby. You can't see that very clearly, but you can see the enormous heart that's on the floor. And I feel this is you, because you are somebody that's got the biggest heart and you give to so many people. Creation is also a big thing for you, or creativity. But also, why does that say? I thought it said 77. I don't know why I want to give you 77, but I've got to give you 77 and 3, the numbers. So it feels as if the Empress is actually nurturing you. So it feels as if I want to say, because she's nurturing you and you're the baby, it's like there's new things happening, there's new things coming, and you've got to be open to that. So don't be closed off, because you can be, but you allow others to close you off. And I'm being told by her to tell you not to do that. Your mum also steps in, and she's laughing because she said, you are your own worst enemy, Robert. She said, because you let people really hurt you. And okay, so Chaley, you need to get your power back, and your power was in that card. Okay, it's there for you. Okay, if you want to ring me at some time, ring me, and we'll have a chat. But anyway, Robert, your mum's saying she nurtured you very much like this Empress is nurturing you. But I do feel, though, that your heart has been dropped, and she says that you're just about to pick that all back up again, and things will definitely turn around for you. But there's new. It's like I've got a rebirth here for you, Robert. That's quite exciting, actually. But your mum says she's there. She was there with you at your first birth, and she's going to be there with you at your rebirth. Okay, so let's go with that one for you. Mandy, let me see what we've got for Mandy. Extremely lost and isolated with pretty much zero hope left. Chaley, you need to ring me. Go on my website, and you'll find my telephone number. Give me a call tomorrow. I'll be very happy to talk to you, because I don't like to see people that have got so much available to them feeling like that. So Mandy, I've got the 7 of water here, and this is an interesting one, because it's like I'm looking at it is a glass cabinet, and you can see all the different windows with a different cup in there. And I want to say to you that so the door is there as well. So opportunities are opening up for you, and you are about to open a new door. But so if you moved and you took these cups with you, you've already got the cups there, and the cups are not half full, they are half empty. No, I said that the wrong way around. But, okay, sometimes you look at it as if your cups are half empty and you need to turn that around so that they're half full. We need to have a more positive you, and how you look at your future. So, and I know a little bit about you, Mandy. It says you're faced with choices, which is great, but you overanalyze things, and I know you do that, and procrastinate. I know you do that as well. So we need to change that, okay? But if you look there, everything that you need is in these cups. They're all half full, and you've got the door of opportunity, which is just about to open. I've got your dad here as well, and I know that he brings a lot of strength and courage for you, Mandy. But the opportunity with this new door is literally around the corner. So watch out for that, because that's definitely coming. And then we've got to Stephanie. Let me know what you think of those readings so far. And if they're rubbish, I'm going to cry. Oh, okay, let me pull out that one because it fell. The Chariot. Okay, so it's really interesting because this chariot is not running on the ground. It's actually flying in the air, which I love. And so it feels in some ways, Stephanie, as if you understand, Robert, the message completely. And Mum is so right. I've been thinking about my mum a lot today, a lot lately. Fantastic. That makes me feel good. So this chariot for you, Stephanie, I'll show you the picture again. So it's a chariot that's flying in the sky with an angel on the back. Mandy, you're very welcome. Now it's interesting, and the horses that are running or leading the chariot, please excuse my stuttering, are actually unicorns. So there's lots of magical things happening around you, and it's almost like the spirit world are preparing you for. Oh, there's lots of things in the background on this card as well. They're preparing you for, I feel like a magic carpet ride in some respects. I would say though that you are like Chailey, feeling a little bit isolated. But I want to say, okay, I feel as if I want to say you're not grounded at the moment, but I also want to say don't come down to earth, because I need to see you up there. I need to see you. Okay, so it says willpower, victory, and recognition. I need to see you with the strength and the willpower and with the victory behind you, because you're then moving forward, and then things are going to be victorious. And you're going to get the recognition for what you've been doing as far as work is concerned. Are you also doing spiritual work, Stephanie? Because I feel that this is to do with spiritual work. And, you know, you all know that I talk about spiritual work and the training that we have to do. Make sure that you get that solid base and background, because if you don't have that, then you're going to, you know, it's like the Bible tells you the story about building the house on sand or gravel or the solid rock, and the only one that survives is the one on the solid rock. So if you're going to be doing this work, you need to have some absolutely spot on training, and don't think that doing this workshop or work for a week or 2 weeks or whatever gives you the tools to actually be a medium, because it doesn't work like that. You've got to have, yes, the spiritual work. Thank you. So you know what I'm talking about. You've got to have that foundation. You've got to have that belief in yourself, belief in the spirit world, but also belief that you are meant to be doing this. You know, and I'll repeat this. I sat in a development circle for such a long time and got absolutely nothing. And it wasn't until years and years and years later, I realized that spirit were building my spirit because it was crushed. Once my spirit had been built, then I was able to go on and do different things. And then the spirit world jumped in feet first and made sure that I was doing this work, because I never wanted to be a medium. That was the scariest thing in the world to do. But I feel with you, Stephanie, that there's a little bit of resistance to doing this work, but I actually want to say you will do a very good job. But make sure that you've got that background. I can't stress that enough, because you will. I've seen people who say they're mediums and they get up on a platform and they just fall on their faces. They just can't do it because they don't have. Yes, you have to give what you get, but a lot of people interpret it and they give what they think it is and not what the spirit world have given you, and that is so wrong, because then you've just put your take on it, and you can't do that. So when you're giving messages, if they sound really, really stupid, you got to give it, because to you it sounds stupid, but to the recipient it isn't. Stephanie, I would love to talk to you as well if I can help you at all. And charm. Oh, I've done that one. Okay. I've got just 2 more I'm going to do. Yeah. I want to go with that card because it just jumped out. Charm Murphy. This is the world. The card is the world, and it says accomplishment. I can't talk. Accomplishment. I haven't had a drink yet, you know. Terrible. Accomplishment, celebration, and completion. And I feel that, and I'm seeing this beautiful angel hugging this, hugging the world and glowing and radiating. And I feel that that's what you're doing at the moment. I feel that you're also doing spiritual work, and you're going to another level. Oh dear. Oh, sorry. You're going to another level. And I feel it's like you've picked up the world and said, right, this is what I'm going to do. And I want to make sure I'm doing it bigger and better. I want to make sure that, okay. Would love to. I'm in the US. Okay, Stephanie. Okay, well, try and work out a time. You should bubble yourself and keep those germs away. At least you lot can't get my germs, which is great. Anyway, let me come back to charm. Otherwise she'll miss out. But I just feel that we're about to, and it's really weird because it's like he's floating in the universe with this world cupped in his arms, and then radiating. So you've got some very, very big ideas and some very big plans. Tanya, thank you. And I know that you are ready for the next level, ready for the next step. I feel as if I want to say to you, be patient. You've got a lot of support from guides and helpers in the spirit world, and they are okay. And are you traveling as well, Charm? Because I get the feeling that there's some travel in here also. And I don't know why I want to say over to Europe, but I am. You're also seeing a lot of things around you, so there's lots of visual things happening with you, and I know that I want to say that they are getting ready to work with you in this different way. Let me just go up and see what Charm said. I can't find it. Doesn't matter. Okay, all right, she would like a message from spirit. That's okay. So if I say to you that this world vision for you is important, I feel as if you're getting your message out. I don't know if you're writing a book, but I feel as if there's something in there about a book, but there's also about travel, and there's also about meeting new people. And I feel that those meeting of new people are going to be quite important for you. So accomplishment, celebration, and completion are the words here. So there is an accomplishment you're going to make. You will be celebrating that, absolutely. And it feels as if you're completing, it just feels as if completing a life's work. That's what I want to say. So something is coming to a closure, something you're finishing and putting to bed. So I feel that the next level is where you need to be. So you're just about to step up to the next level. Anyway, that's pretty good. Let me, I've got one more that I can do before I run out of time and run out of tissue. Oh dear. Oh, 8 of water. That's a nice card. Let me have a look at the picture first. Lots of fallen cups. Uh, ah, Ask them again, Helen. Ask them again. Eight of water. So this is, okay. And this is for Marie. Marie, let me know what you think about this one. So there, there's you, I think, walking forward, the lady, and being stopped by spirit because you're actually not listening to spirit. You're not doing what you should be doing. You're searching, but you're not finding. It feels like all your because the cups with this are all on the floor and they're all higgledy-piggledy, and it feels as if that's how life is at the moment. Everything's fallen, but that's actually a really good thing because that means that you can pick them all up, you can move forward, and you've got this gorgeous being in front of you that is going to assist you. You need to be around water. 8 for me is infinity, and I feel that that is to tell you to keep going. I feel that there's a bit of loss of heart, loss of energy, loss of wanting to complete things, but there's searching. So I've said that you're looking for something already, but I feel that I want to say, great, okay, charm, that is really great. I don't think they are in your place, Helen. So Marie, you're searching, but you feel as if you're being blocked and you feel as if everything in your world has crumpled. And I actually want to say, no, it isn't. And instead of thinking that you're alone on this path, I want you to know that this gorgeous being is in front of you. And I just feel as if I need to, for you to visualize stepping forward, physically seeing him, linking arms with him, and then carrying on moving forward because he's definitely there to help you. So empowerment, he's going to give you the empowerment that you need, and then you will get the fulfillment. And it's really funny because then I just saw all of those cups that are sitting on the floor in a jumbled mess, sitting on the top of this hill in front of you, and they're all lined up and in a semblance of order. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing, without seeing, but I'm seeing this being with the biggest smile on his face. You need to be smiling more because you're not, and you're missing things. So you know, when we're happy, we get more happy around us. And I think that you, what I get a feeling of is that you need to project that happiness into your life. You need to bring that in yourself. And it doesn't matter how you do it, you know, whether it's you go for a walk on the beach. And I saw a lady picking up shells on the beach today in a bucket, a kid's bucket. And I thought, oh, that really touched me, actually. I don't know why, but it did. But go and watch things like that. Go and look at the ocean, look at the sun, look at the moon, and look at the people around you, but also look at the opportunities that are there with you that other people don't have. And there's a lot of people who are going without at the moment. And I think we should count our own blessings. And I think this is something that we don't always do. So be grateful for the things that are in your life. Don't be negative about things and say, okay, I haven't got that great big fancy car yet, but it's coming. And just be positive about it. So, Maria, I hope that makes sense to you as well. And oh, I did that card already. This card's for everybody because I just got told to pick one for everybody. And this is the Page of Air, and it's really lovely. It's a winter scene with somebody in white with a big sword. And on the bottom, it says, truthful, analytical, outspoken, which is fitting in with what I was saying earlier on about being truthful, being true to yourself as well as people around you. And sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes we have to say those hurtful things. Analytical, we need to look at why these things are happening to us. And maybe excuse me, maybe things keep going wrong. So why are they going wrong? Can I change the pattern of the way I'm doing things to make them different? So analyze what is going on around you, and look at it really, really closely. And so truthful and outspoken for me go together, because we have to be honest. We can't, I spent so many years of my life, going, yeah, and putting up with people in my life that I didn't really particularly like, but um, some of them were family, so I had to put up with them. But I want to say to you, don't. And it's funny because these lovely Christmas trees have got the glistening, beautiful things on. Great, Tanya, I'm glad. And even though, and look, he's got his back to those trees, but even though he's got his back to the trees are glistening. And that's what we're missing. We're missing our own shining, our own glistening. He's also got the sword, which allows him to cut through all the rubbish. So that's what we need to do. Let's go through our lives, forging a path forward, but forging a path that allows us to be truthful, outspoken, but analyzing the things that are happening. So why did that happen again? What can I do that's different to stop that happening again? Okay, I hope that makes sense. I think that's a beautiful card to finish on. Okay, so next week it is me jabbering on about spiritual things, and I look at it this way: everything that happens in our lives is happening for us, not to us. That's really true, actually, Robert. Thank you. Robert Wilson. I couldn't remember what your surname was then earlier. Okay, so let's try and be kind to people. It doesn't cost anything to be kind, the same as it doesn't cost anything to show manners and to be grateful for certain things. Please and thank you. Why are they in such short demand, these, or short, you know what I mean? They're not being said. And I think, oh my gosh, and the number of times I look at people and I go, thank you, please. And they must think I'm terrible. But please and thank you count for an awful lot. Being true to yourself counts for even more, because we've only got one shot at this life, and we don't want to get to the other side and go, oh my goodness me, I wasted all that time and effort on those people where I could have been having so much fun on my own and with myself and the people that I really wanted to be with. And then have a look at the people who are around you, who really bring that joy and love and shining into your life, and spend more time with them. And remember what I said. Yeah, manners are important. Yes. A friend is someone that knows the song that plays in your heart and can sing the melody to you when you forget it. So important. So remember, even though we can't see what's behind us, it's shining. And we just have to know that it's there, and then we can just, go and grab it. But if we've got this big, it's like the sword of Damocles, and I'm going to cut my way through all this rubbish and make sure that my life is good and happy. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I think my voice is probably about to give up on me. But I will see you next week and really, really look forward to it. But look, if you've got any questions and you need any help, just email me, and I will get back to you, I promise. And thank you, Donna, I appreciate that. So email me, I will get back to you if you need any help on anything. I may not answer you straight away because I'm always millions of emails, but I will try my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And remember, people who are in your lives, but not in your lives. So I mean somebody that's there, but they're not physically around you. They're just as important and just as giving, and can give you just as much love and support as the people. In fact, they probably give you more than the people who are right on your doorstep. And Luke, you're a shining example. You are absolutely gorgeous in everything that you do, and your life is full of love and joy. And whenever I see your pictures, it's like you just glow. All of you just glow, and it is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to go and see if I can do something about this, what's going on here. But I'm really glad I did the the live because I nearly went, oh, I don't know whether I can. But the little cards help me, and I'm very grateful for that. So I'll see you next week. Oh, and don't forget, before I do go, I've got shows coming up. I've got Mortdale RSL in July. These are all on my website, by the way. And Mortdale in RSL in July. And I've got house parties. So if anybody's interested in a house party, which is you get a minimum of 10 people in your home, as long as you're not in, the Outer Hebrides or Timbuktu, then that will be fine. But let me know. And I'm going, for instance, in September the 1st, I'm doing a church service on the Central Coast. So I can come and do a house party around that as well. I'm doing the same in the Blue Mountains later in the month. In September, I'm doing a church service. I can come and do a house party. So just to think about it, if you want one, and then get in touch. But send me any messages, and if I can help, I will, and if I can't, I'll tell you I can't, but I'll do my best. But thank you, every one of you, for being here with me tonight. It makes it so special for me and so important, and I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. Okay, night, everybody. Stay warm.